Want a forecast of the rest of 2025? You'll want to stick around and watch.
This is Kasama Lee, your community realtor.
So here we are. Before you know it, it's already May. We are about to wrap up the first half of the 2025. Can you believe that? I mean, how time has just been flying. I can barely just keep up. I don't know about you. So you are probably wondering, with all the noises and all the things that are going on, all the moving pieces that none of us has control over of the impact, how is that going to impact the housing market for the rest of the year in 2025? Want to know about the impact? Let's break it down. If you enjoy this type of content and you want to see more, you want to hit subscribe and the bell notification so you don't miss future videos. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing the content so that it could be a benefit to other people as well, and it helps grow our channel, which means a lot to me. First ingredient, the mortgage rates are forecasted to come down slightly in the second half of the year. Now, keep in mind that a couple of elements are going to impact the interest rates, which are unemployment and inflation. There's a video that I talked implicitly about this. But how it works is that based on the forecast that we can see, forecasters are calling for a modest decline in rates in the months ahead as the economic outlook becomes more certain. Based on the information we have right now, here's a look at what they say rates should be by year end. And there are different forecasters that you can see, right? MBA, NAHB, Zillow, Fannie Mae, Wells Fargo, but they're just kind of right around each other. And wouldn't it be a nice change to have rates slightly come down? Boy, do we need that. The second factor is inventory will continue to grow. And this is just based on different reasons, right? Some homeowners have been just sitting on the sideline waiting for the market to be better, be healthier. Well, there are many people who have life events. We call them life events. They're events that they don't have control over, whether it's a relocation of employment, whether it's having to downsize, whether it's having to expand and grow, right? Whatever they need to do, they need to sell. And those are the reasons that will be important factors, that it's not seasonal, it's life events driven, and they're going to sell because they have to sell. And you can see now that inventories have, year over year have already increased. So that just shows the active market activity that's happening. Having more listings on the market are going to help with having the abundance of supply for buyers to choose from. The third important factor, home prices are moderating. What that means is home prices are not rising at an astronomical rate where people just cannot keep up. They're actually slowing down. And at some point that needs to be happening, economically speaking, housing speaking, real estate speaking, because people cannot keep buying at an accelerated rate. And really the only time that really spiked was right around the pandemic effect, which is the 2020 through like 2021, the end of 2021. That was when, man, if you were selling your home at that time, you were realizing the appreciation in ways that you could have never done in a short period of time. That typically would take 5 to 7 years, according to experts, and it happened in like 2 years, right? But if you are selling now, you should also be benefiting the accumulation of appreciation if you had owned prior to 2019 as well, okay? So with that, if you look at the chart here, you can see that different forecasters are forecasting the home price growth for the rest of the year as of May 7, 2025. And Zillow actually shows a negative growth. But on average, we're looking at home prices will be rising about 2% the rest of this year. Now, in summary, you want to keep in mind that every market is hyper-local. So you have to be really talking to your experts, real estate agents in your area, and really figuring out, what has been the growth rate in your area? What has the inventory been looking like? What has been the average days on the market of homes that have been listed? In your specific price range, because every price range is also going to have a different set of numbers, if you can imagine, because the lower price range is where there are a lot more first-time home buyers. It's more affordable, right? When you get to $1 million plus, let's say in Napa area, you're going to have less traffic. You're going to have longer days on the market. You're going to have less inventory, and you might even see price reductions because it has sat so long on the market. So a lot of these things come into play. I hope this is helpful information to you. Thanks for following us and for joining us. Have a great week.